Hi, in this tutorial, I'm going to cover an app called the Holiday Decorations Tracker. I've already created this app, so we're going to see how it works. And once we have gone through the demo, we're going to cover from scratch how to create it in Frontly. So to begin with, what I've done over here is on the home page, you see all the listings of your holiday decorations that you have. It's laid out in a grid format with an image and some details, a few badges. You can cycle through the pages, select any specific decoration item. That's going to show you detailed information regarding that decoration item. In this case, it's a Christmas wreath. It shows you the quantity you have, the for the type of holiday it is assigned with, the category. This could be anything which you choose. I've just used outdoor, indoor, and lights. The URL of the product where you purchase from. Some notes regarding your personal notes regarding this specific item and whether you have purchased this or not. The reason I have used this is because I want to use it as a wish list. So if there's something which I want to purchase in the future, I'm going to use this specific field for that purpose. So if you go back to the home page, you'll see it contains all the types of holiday decorations. Now, if you want to see specifically only records for a specific holiday, you could just go to, say, in this case, Christmas. You can see only Christmas-based information. You can do a search out here to look for specific items. So say if you're looking for a tree, it'll show you only trees and so forth. There's an option to create a new record that'll allow you to basically create a new decoration item. So you could just press create new record and that'll show you this specific page. So let's begin. Before we go into creating the application, I'll just show you the Excel sheet, which I'm going to use as my data source. So this Excel sheet, what you can see over here is it's basically holiday, just the type of holiday. We're going to use this as a select dropdown, the name of the product, the category of the product, the number of quantity you have, the image related to that specific product, the URL where the user can purchase the product, some notes about that specific product, and whether you purchased it or not. So purchased is true, false is wish list. Okay. Once you have that, what we can do is we can start creating this application. So to begin, what we're going to do is just add the spreadsheet to the application. So I just click on import spreadsheet, add my URL in there, choose save. The few things what you should do before you start creating your pages is click on this specific, in this we just have one sheet, it's called holidays. Make sure you choose categories. It's already selected to select drop down, which is great. I wanted that to be a drop down. My holiday also needs to be a drop down, so I'm setting that as drop down. My image is going to be an image. That's good. My URL is not going to be an image. It's a text because it's the product URL. And purchased, it can be a Boolean value, true and false. Notes is text area. That should be good. All good. Save changes. So now you have imported your Excel sheet into Frontly. Now what we need to do is create the pages. So let's go to the pages section, create a new page. And under new page, let's create a page called home, create page. And on the page, what we're going to start off with is the grid layout. Actually, before I do the grid layout, I'll just add a text element or text block. And I'm going to change this to, what I'll do is I'll just change this to heading large. So let's start off with that. Or should I start with extra large? I think extra large is fine. And then let's choose a grid. And the grid is basically associated with the spreadsheet, which is the holiday spreadsheet. So it pulls all the data over here. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the new record from the grid. I'm just going to disable this, and we're going to create a separate form page, which will allow you to create a new record and edit records. So let's disable that. Click on this, allow credit records. And then what I'm going like, and if you saw the detail view, it was a custom view. So we need to design a custom view. We will choose custom view, and we'll go into designing that a little bit later. Some things which I want to change is I want to add my category, or actually the holiday, as a badge. So I don't see it here. So it's over in advanced, and in advanced, I select the badge as holiday. So you can see that specific holiday. I want this to be 10 entries. So I see multiple entries over there. This looks good. And what I want over here is I want this to be all holidays. And let me save this quickly. Go back to the page and click on the specific item. And what I'm going to do over here is, just for the sake of styling, I prefer it to be image fills card width. So it touches the edges of the specific card. And I think I prefer actually cover. So I'm just going to leave it as cover for the image fit. And name, category, quantity, all looks good. And what I'm going to do now is just save this page. And let's preview this page. So, just one more thing. I'll just change the icon for this page before I do that. So I go to the page, select an icon. I'm just going to choose arrow. It's an arrow, and I think I like this arrow. Let's use this. So this looks good. Save the page. And then I'm going to go back to the front end, what the user will see. I have created a user called John, and I will sign in with his credentials. Okay, I'm getting an error. That's fine. Just refresh the page. On again, log in. Now we are in. So you can see the home page. That is the first page we just created, and the user can see all the listings of the products out here. You can select any specific product, and since we don't have a custom view, we'll have to define that and create that. We'll just do that. So let's close this. Let's go back into the back end. Now in backend, we're going to create that custom view to show the description and details about that specific product. Okay, so let's click on the grid, select the edit detail view. In the edit detail view, I prefer the full page layout. So I'm going to choose full page layout. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose a text block first, because I want to have a heading, and I want that to be that specific product's title. And we'll get to that. Before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layout block. For layout block, drop that in there. I think 2-column layout looks good. I'm going to add an image inside this, because that's going to be my image. Select image, and I'm going to give this a height of, say, 600. I think that should be enough. And over here, I'm going to use an info list. And I'm going to start now defining or associating the data with these blocks. So let's start off with the info list. Select your spreadsheet. From your spreadsheet, you need to specify what the row ID is. The row ID is going to be parent.row ID, because it's coming from the record parent page. So parent record frontly ID should be good. And then what you need to do is, I prefer it to be a non-grid layout. So I like it this way. We don't need to see the image, because we're going to display the image out here. We need I think this is all. We don't need the holiday. I think well, we could keep the holiday. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think this looks fine. So what you can do out here for the image is we need to select this arrow, this plus button, click on URL parent record, and then choose image. That'll show you the image. And over here, I want the title also to be the title of this specific product. So what I'm going to do is click on this, and I'm going to choose parent record name. Okay, so I'm going to use the same parent.name here. So for here, I'm just going to change this. So when I save this page, and let's preview this. So let's go back to content, refresh this page. Let's select the product. And now you will see the title, shows record details. It shows the details about that specific product. I don't like how the image is being displayed, but we'll fix that quickly. We have the title, we have the holiday type, the name of the product. We don't need this as repeated twice. We can remove that. Everything else looks good. So let's go back. A few things which we'll fix is we will choose contain, so that shows the entire image for this image. We will hide the name because we have that in a couple of places out here and here. We don't need to show that. And I think we can save for, so let's just save this. Let's go back to the holidays page, which is the grid layout. And over there under advanced, you can choose an item label and you can say holiday decoration. So holiday this page. All right, you're not seeing it out here, but you'll see it when it's what you call in the front end. Go back to holidays, refresh this page. In the holidays, you will see, now if I select this, you will see it's contained. So you can see the entire image and you see holiday decoration details. That's the information which we filled in. Okay, I think all this looks good. URL works. That opens a new page of the product where it was purchased from. I think all this looks good. The only option, what I want now is an option to edit this page. Okay, we're going to use the same page. We're just going to duplicate it and leverage all the features which we have just implemented pretty quickly to create the other pages. But before that, let's just do the edit page. So to do the edit page, let's switch to the back end. Now we have just one page. Let's create a page and let's call it edit. Hit that page. And what I'm going to do quickly over here is I am going to call, just use the form page. This form page, I'm going to say, to keep it simple, I'll just call it edit. And oops, not want that. I just select this specific block, choose the spreadsheet, remove the grid layout, and then this is a drop down. This is good. The name is an input. That's good. Category is a drop down. That's good. The quantity is an input. That's good. I think validation, we could do it as numeric or number, so we can put that in there. And for image is an image. That's good. You can see that there. The URL, it's just an input. Notes is a text area because it could have multiple lines of text. So let's choose text area. And purchased is a checkbox. Oh, we could use a switch. So just, I prefer a checkbox. So let me just use checkbox because it's a better visual indicator for this specific instance. And I am just going to say save your record. I think that's fine for now. I think that's good enough. And let's just save this page. A few things which we need to do is we need to change this to edit because we're going to edit Oh no, wait. This is a create screen, but we created. So this was an edit screen we were supposed to create. So let's just change this to edit. Oops. Okay. Well, let me keep it at create. That's fine because we already did all the work. So we can just call this as create, and let's just say create holiday. Let's go back to my page. I might have to rename this. I change this to create, and I'm going to call this create holiday item, or I'm just going to call this what am I going to call this? I'm just going to call this create. Keep it simple. Okay. Page out here, change this to create. So now if you go back, you save this and you go back, you'll notice that the create page exists. Now let's click on this, just change an icon because I want this to be different from all other icons. So I'm going to use this icon, save that, and let's go back out here and let's look at it in the back, in the front end. So back in the front end, wrong screen, I'm out here, click on it, refresh your page. You will see there is the create, and this was the previous home page. So let's click on create, and you will see you can choose the item and you can fill in the details and save the record. But I'm not going to do that right away. I want to create an edit screen for this. So let's go back into the back end of Frontly. Let's create an edit screen now. And in the edit screen, capital edit, and in the edit screen, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a block, form block, and the form block will be for holidays. It's going to be an edit page, and I'm going to choose URL parameters because I'm going to transfer the details of the Frontly ID from the parent page to this edit page. So we can leverage it on multiple pages. I am going to just transfer an ID, so I'll just put an ID over there. That's good. And then I make this similar to the create page. And I'm just going to call this edit. Okay. I think the name, the category of purchase, I'm going to make that a checkbox. I prefer a checkbox. And notes is going to be a text area. And URL is going to be input. That's good. The category is input. Sorry, select. That's good. I think everything looks good to me. Oh yeah. Save changes. All good. Let's save this page. And let's switch back to my home page. And in the home page, let's get into that specific grid and go into edit detail view. In edit detail view, I'm going to add a button so that whenever the user is on a specific page or a detail page, they can click on the edit button to go to the edit page. So let's click on this and search for button block. And we're going to just call this edit. And edit, what the edit button is going to do is just navigate to the edit page and transfer that information of the Frontly ID. So click on click action, navigate to page, select edit, and we can open this in a new window because you want to still see the listing and you still want to edit the other page, the actual listing. So you want to see all of them plus also edit a single item. So here, what I'm going to do as a key is make sure I use the same key, which I chose over there was ID. And the value is going to be parent record dot frontly ID. That's good. I think that should work. Let's save this page. And let me go back to the front end, refresh this page. So now you will see the listing page. That's good. You have the edit button. Let's click on this, edit. And this allows me to see the details of that specific product. So you can see giving indoor, all that stuff, all the details out here. So say if I wanted to say add a note, say I wanted to add a note of buy another one, right? And I save the changes. Right now, if I go back to home again, you will see my notes are saved by another one. So that works. So the edit screen works. It's all good. Just that I don't want to show the edit screen because when you click on this edit screen, you can't edit it because it doesn't have the URL parameter over here. It only comes from the edit button, which is on the custom view page. Okay, so I'm going to hide that. Let's do that quickly. So let's go back over here in the back end, go into settings. And if you scroll down, just click on edit and hide this. So you don't want the user to be able to go to that page directly. Just hide that, save the changes. You want your create to be displayed in the, that's correct. I think that's all good. Just save that. And then what I'm going to do is before we go into to see the change, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a couple of these pages. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So just go into pages and we're going to create a separate page for, say, Halloween. Because, I don't want to create a page. I want to duplicate. I want to leverage what I've already created. So I'm just going to click on this three dots, say duplicate page. And this page, I'm going to name it as, back to page, name this as Halloween. Okay. So the only thing what you would need to do is obviously make a few tiny changes. And make sure your filters are set correctly. So you are going to filter out all other items except show the Halloween items. So click on filters, click on hidden filters, add filter, click on this, select holiday because you're choosing a holiday, and holiday equals, you could choose a different operator, but equals is what we are looking for. So let's do contains. I'm not able to enter more than 5 characters. That's what I'm struggling with. Seems to be a bug because it did work in the test I did. Okay. Let's leave that there. Let me see. Actually, you know what? Contains will work because it'll have the first 5 characters. I think it'll work this way. You don't have to use equal. So let's try that. Let's go back, go to the front end, refresh this page. Now you have Halloween. So you click on that and you see there's a listing of only Halloween. So contains works because it's a subset of that specific word. So that should work. And all the functionality already works. So you click on the specific item, you will see, since it's a duplicate of that, it's the same thing. Click on edit and you get into the edit screen and you can make the change over there. So this works out of the box, no changes or no functionality needed to be created again. You just had to duplicate the page, make a few configuration settings. It's all done. Let's do that quickly for 2 other types of what you call holidays, and I think we should call it good from there. So let's go back to the backend again, and let's duplicate Halloween now. Let's duplicate this page, edit this page, and this page, all this and Christmas. What we could do out here is going to click on the grid, go into filters, add filter. Uh, sorry, not this, just add Christmas over there. Oh, that worked now. That's weird. Why did it allow Halloween previously? Okay, it seems to be working now. All right, let's save this. And let me check if there's anything more which I have to configure. I don't think I have anything else to configure apart from actually adding create button. I think, but we can ignore that because we have it in our navigation, so we can keep that there. We can leave it as is. Save this page and go back here. Oh, let's save that. Come back here. Duplicate the Christmas page, and we'll make this Thanksgiving. So that, paste that there. Change this Thanksgiving. Click on the grid, go into filters, and put Thanksgiving there. Save that. And let's go back to settings just to see the order of the pages before we get into it. I want create to be there. Say I want the order to be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I think I like that. Just save the changes. Let's go back to the front end. And in the front end, what I'm doing out here is just looking at home. So home shows everything, all the holidays. Halloween shows only Halloween, which looks good. Thanksgiving shows only Thanksgiving. And Christmas shows only Christmas. You can select a specific item and click on edit. You can make modifications to it, save changes. But what I'm going to quickly do is create a page so that we do the entire end-to-end process of this. So let's just create a Christmas item. So click on create, click on Christmas, choose name of the product. This is UR. I think it's an outdoor, so let's keep that there. Quantity is 1. This is my URL of the product. This is my image, so I can select image. I have a web address for it. I'll just choose that. Match it indoor. Indoor. Say for the living room, and it's purchased. Get the record. And now if you go back to Christmas or if you go back to home, you will see that item. It should be at the end out here. Santa. So the item is out here, and you can see all the details with regard to that. And if you wanted to edit it, you can just press the edit button. All right, I think I covered the core features of this application. I'm planning for another video with regard to this specific product. It might have some added features. If you have any ideas on any features you're looking for in the application, just let me know, and I'll try to accommodate that depending on the architecture of how or what data is stored and how we can use that in Frontend. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Add that to the YouTube channel comments. Thanks.